Hello, my name is Brian Skelton from Platinum Consulting, and we're going to give you a tax lesson today, looking at ERP and looking at tax and how they merge together to give you true operational cause equals financial effect. Let me take you through that process. This is Tax Decision Making 101, and this is one of a multi-part series on how we deal with ERP and how we bring tax into the calculation. So bear with me while I erase that, and we'll take you through the process. Remember, OC equals FE, and we're going to start out by talking about a multi-platform, let's just call this a multi-platform SAP ERP platform. Now we all know that SAP is world-class. Let's say this box is Europe, this box is Canada, and this box is US. And up here in our company, we have our consolidation platform. Now this can be any SAP tool like BPC, it can be BCS, it can be ECCS, it doesn't really matter. They're all world-class consolidation tools offered by SAP. So here's our SAP platform, our SAP ERP structures. Now we know inside US we could have a chart of accounts here. We could have a multi-ledger here. Let's just say we have one leading ledger here. And we've got currency of US dollars. And then in euros, over here in our European subsidiary, they have a ledger over here. And they have currency translation issues when they deal with the US and Canada. Of course, over in Canada, we've got Canadian dollars, so we'll put the Canadian chart. They have a ledger over here for their transactions. And they have currency translation issues when they deal with the US or they deal with Europe. So each SAP instance has world-class data representing your business, structured right within it. What happens here is if you're in the tax department and you're looking for a consolidated operational cause to support your financial effect and affect your tax results, what you get here is the level of detail that you need at the operational level. So this is really our OC, right? And also our FE lives over here too, because we have FICO delivering us our FE portion, financial effect, and in our operational sections we have MM, and we have PP in here, we have SD in here, so we've got materials management, production planning, we might even have plant maintenance in here, and sales and distribution as our operational systems on the SAP side. So thinking about this world-class ERP structure with SAP, what's missing here is the tax component, right? So what we're talking about here is an opportunity for the tax department to come in and get all this information. Now, in this structure, the consolidation platform is the first place within this enterprise that all the information comes together. It comes together here at the consolidation platform. But this has a group chart of accounts, which is going to be at a higher level, right? This might have 900 chart of account values. This one down here might have 2,000 chart of account values. So this is the level of detail we need for tax purposes. We need to be able to support the line items on the tax return, the information in our provisions, for those in Europe are outstanding liabilities. So we need all this operational detail to support our financial results at a tax level. So what we're doing with Vertex is a very interesting software tool, but we're solving a business problem, right? The business problem is we can't get all this data at the level that we need with this current SAP structure. It's not a shortfall in SAP, it's the way the business is set up on ERP, and what's missing is the tax piece. So Vertex works directly with SAP, looked at this opportunity and said, we have an opportunity to gather operational data at the level the tax department needs. So what we're doing is we're creating a way to capture the information inside a tool right here called the Vertex Tax Accounting, and there's also a Vertex data warehouse here. Now this data warehouse is a tax-centric data warehouse. It's not meant to have all your ERP data in and take place of your BCS platform or your BW platform. This is really just for the tax department. What this does is it allows the tax department, folks, to get the data that they need at the OC level to support their financial effects that drive their tax results. And if you look at SAP's direction with mobile, and how mobile BI comes into play, all this information can be driven back into any sort of mobile tool that SAP comes up with, whether it's mobile BI, and we put this information right inside your iPad, right inside your iPhone. So literally, the financial executives can be anywhere, and they can collaborate anywhere. It doesn't matter. They're not sitting in front of a desk. They can do this on their mobile platforms, talking about true financial results. You've got a balance sheet now that's meaningful because it has the deferred tax liabilities and the deferred tax assets. It also provides a cash flow statement that gives you all the information you need from a cash flow perspective about your true cash tax expense from a cash flow perspective. Well, probably one of the largest expenses on your cash flow statement in form of a use of cash would be your taxes. So with this structure, we capture that information. We deliver world-class SAP data into a tax-centric data warehouse, and inside this tax platform, we are doing provisioning, we are doing tax accounting, we are taking all the operational data to allow us to do modeling, do what-if scenarios, do VAT tax. So you have a tool here, a control tool, that the tax department can now take advantage of to build better tax information for better decision making across the global enterprise. And again, drive it to the mobile BI platform that SAP is heading out with. So great news, great capabilities to do all this. And the key thing you want to remember is, what is the benefit of doing this? Well, in the environment where we don't have this tool, if we take this tool out, right? If we take that out, what does the tax department have? The only place they see the entire business from a global perspective is up here at a level that's too high. It's in a global chart of accounts, it's too high, and it's consolidated data. It's good ERP data, don't misunderstand, but it's not at the level a tax department needs. So, again, the VE platform takes care of that by bringing this operational data together, and it can bring it up on a daily basis, it can bring it up on a weekly basis, it can bring it up on a monthly basis. And so you ask yourself, what is the benefit to the book close process? Well, if we just have this platform, when are we going to get this data? We're going to get this data when consolidations happens, which is somewhere around the 6th to 7th workday. The provision or the tax calculations are due right at this point. So literally the tax department is in a scurry mode to gather this information at the end of the consolidation process in this platform. However, if we say, with the business problem solved of putting the VE platform in here, the Vertex tax accounting / data warehouse process for tax-centric data, we capture all this operational data here, right? As often as we want. And again, it could be daily, depending on what you want. So that information here allows the tax department, after, let's say, the factory closes on the first workday, you have the book close process on day 2 and 3. You got your manual journal entries. You got your cost allocations happening. If you have profit center accounting, you might be doing profit center accounting allocations, depending on how you run your business. All that stuff is happening between the 3rd and 4th workday. Meanwhile, tax, with this platform, on day 2, has about 95% of the operational data, I'm sorry, 100% of the operational data and 95% of the financial data. And the tax department really doesn't need to worry about the cost allocations, because that's us moving money from one secondary cost element to another secondary cost element, moving headquarters charges into the business units or the profit centers. We don't really need that from a tax perspective, right? Because we're dealing at a global entity level. So the operational data is here, but guess where it is? It comes in and it's available around day 2. So what we've done is we've collapsed the amount of time that the tax department has to wait. They were waiting till the 7th workday in this model. Now they're getting that information on day 2, which allows the tax department to go from data gathering, right? You're going from data gathering to where do you think? That's right, we're going to data analysis. We have time now to start looking at the data and start understanding our results and looking at the operational cause and the financial effect for tax. And that's really the benefit. If you think about it, the tax department is now not in a crunch mode throughout the book close process, waiting for this cons process to finish so they get a view of the entire organization. They have it now on the second workday. This is one of many of the multi-part series that we're going to do on how to improve your book close process, how to improve your tax information, how to take advantage of SAP's world-class mobile platform, having a truly robust financial statement, and that's an income statement and a balance sheet and a cash flow statement with your tax-centric data. Be sure to give Vertex a call, mention my name, and ask how you can get more information on the Vertex tax accounting and get a demo with, of course, no obligation. Thank you.